The hotly contested crown for the mid-range smartphone is being fought on many fronts, with the OPPO F3 and the Samsung Galaxy J7 Pro as the main contenders in the market today. Hey, what's up guys? This is Abe Analyst of Yugatech, and today we're going to put the Galaxy J7 Pro and the OPPO F3 side by side to see which smartphone does things the smarter way. The Galaxy J7 Pro introduced really good improvements in the Samsung J series. The unibody design wraps around from the back towards the front with a full 2.5D glass front panel. The smooth matte polish gives the metallic body a nice cold feel and an elegant finish. It looks premium, feels good on the hands, has a bit of heft to it, and really spot on in terms of design. The antenna bands though really sticks out at the back. The OPPO F3 still has that same simple design as the old models in the F series. It's got an iPhone-esque look, slim and flat, wrapped in a fused plastic and metal body with a matte finish to give that nice metallic look. The front panel is covered in Gorilla Glass 5 with a dual selfie camera right on top. Both devices have a physical home button that serves as a fingerprint sensor, flanked with capacitive buttons on both sides. Both the J7 Pro and the OPPO F3 sport a 5.5-inch Full HD display. The main difference between the two is that the J7 Pro uses a Super AMOLED screen while the F3 uses an IPS LCD. Super AMOLED displays have better contrast, richer, and more vibrant colors, while IPS LCD displays provide better whites and better outdoor visibility. Super AMOLED also helps improve battery life. The F3 is protected by Gorilla Glass 5, just like the J7 Pro, but the latter does not specify which type of Gorilla Glass it uses. The OPPO F3 comes with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of internal storage. This is the ideal combo for mid-range and even high-end devices. On the other hand, the Galaxy J7 Pro comes with 3GB of RAM and 32GB of storage. This is usually the standard memory and storage combo for mid-rangers, but in this round, the F3 offers the better internal hardware between the two. The F3 supports up to 128GB, while the J7 Pro can go up to 256GB of expandable storage. Powering the Galaxy J7 Pro is an octa-core Exynos 7870 processor paired with a Mali T830 GPU. The OPPO F3, on the other hand, uses a MediaTek 6750T octa-core processor with the same Mali T830 GPU. Both are really capable chipsets and uses the same ARM Cortex A53 architecture, but the J7 Pro has a higher maximum clock speed of 1.6 GHz versus the 1.5 GHz of the F3. Our AnTuTu benchmark reflects the relative performance of the two chipsets along with the other important internal hardware like RAM and storage. What's surprising though is that the F3 scored slightly higher at 53,036 in AnTuTu compared to the 47,451 of the J7 Pro. We dug deeper into the benchmark and it was clear that the J7 Pro scored higher in CPU and RAM tests, but was slightly slower in 3D and UX. Camera photography is one of the best highlights of both devices, although each one has a different approach in this department. The J7 Pro has a very impressive set of optics, with the main rear camera having a 13-megapixel shooter and a wide aperture of f1.7 that we've only seen in flagship Galaxy S7 or S8 devices. The camera app also has a night mode feature for really low-light environments. The front-facing camera is a 13-megapixel shooter with an f1.9 aperture, a front flash, and a wide-angle field of view best used for groupies. This results in very sharp photos, nice low-light shots, and a great overall performance. You can check out the sample shots taken here. On the other hand, the OPPO F3 is more geared towards the casual user, offering a certain megapixel rear shooter with an f2.2 aperture. This is good on daylight shots, but not so much on low-light conditions. However, you can switch to Pro mode to enable manual controls of the camera, which is great for long exposures. The front-facing cameras of the F3 is its main highlight. Two complementary shooters provide varying fields of view. a 16 megapixel f2.0 sensor for regular selfie shots, and another 8 megapixel f2.4 sensor for goofies. The second front-facing camera has a wide 120 degrees field of view and can capture so much more. You can check out the sample shots taken here. In terms of camera performance, especially in low-light conditions, the J7 Pro dominated our comparison with better picture quality and more detail. What we like about the F3 is the manual camera controls. The Galaxy J7 Pro comes with Android 7.0 Nougat right out of the box, while the OPPO F3 is still on Android 6.0 Marshmallow with ColorOS 3.1 layered on top of it. Extra points for the J7 Pro for getting the latest OS. The OPPO F3 has a huge 3200 mAh internal battery, but that is trumped by the 3600 mAh of the J7 Pro. Both smartphones lasted well over a day on casual use, but our battery benchmark test really showed which one lasted longer. It's obvious who's the clear winner here. With a suggested retail price of 15,990 pesos, both the Samsung Galaxy J7 Pro and the OPPO F3 are pretty good mid-range offerings. And they're tied in this department. Well, after seeing the similarities and differences between the two devices, we can actually help point you to the right direction. The OPPO F3 was the obvious winner in the internal hardware and slightly better in performance. The F3's camera, while not a heavy performer, offers a unique selling point though with the selfie and goofy crowd. The Galaxy J7 Pro has the better build quality, display, raw camera performance, operating system, and battery life. In terms of design, we can call it a tie as it's too subjective since both smartphones look really nice. So when choosing the right smartphone for you, take note of these differences and pick the one that really suits your lifestyle. Well, that's it for our smartphone comparison between the Samsung Galaxy J7 Pro and the OPPO F3. Both phones are now out in the market, so tell us which one you decided to get by leaving comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like this video or consider subscribing for more videos like this. Once again, this is Abe and see you in the next one.